Eerie sights and unexplained moments. This video is full of incredible discoveries that will leave you stunned. You know this was a unique and unusual discovery because a Tyrannosaurus skeleton with preserved prey in the stomach region has never been found before. So if you think nothing can surprise you, you'd better stay and watch the terrifying world of archaeology that has everyone on edge. And if you feel that spark of intrigue and passion for discovering amazing things, subscribe to our channel. It's free and will take you on endless, fascinating adventures that will transform your perception of the world. We start with number 1. Giant 180 million year old sea creature. In January 2022, a giant 180 million year old sea creature was discovered in the UK, found in Rutland. This massive fossil is the largest and most complete iosaur ever found in Britain. It's a creature that resembles a dolphin, but it was a marine reptile that lived with the dinosaurs. This particular one measures almost 33 feet long with a skull that weighs a ton. For archaeologists, it was a surprising find, especially since it's the first of its kind in Britain. The fossil is now being carefully preserved and will take about a year to fully process. Number 2. The world's best preserved discovery. The world's best preserved discovery occurred in 2011 in northern Alberta. A heavy equipment operator at the Millennium Mine discovered a strangely colored rock with unusual patterns. When he looked closer, he realized it wasn't just any rock. It was the fossilized skin of a nodosaur, a type of ankylosaurus. It wasn't just any fossil. This fossil, which still resembled a sleeping dragon, was likely an 18-foot-long, 3,000-pound creature that died near a river, then floated out to sea before sinking and fossilizing. Number 3. Cave giants' caves are like time capsules, hiding secrets that continue to amaze scientists. Like this incredible discovery that might prove giants were real. While exploring a remote cave, a group of adventurers came across some structures that were anything but ordinary. Upon entering the cave, they found strange carvings on the walls, one of which eerily resembled the face of a giant. This mysterious find made us wonder if giants once roamed the earth in ancient times. The carvings are enough to make anyone wonder if there's more truth to the legend than we ever imagined. Number 4. Giant Peruvian mummy. Finding a mummy is always fascinating, but this one is on a whole new level of mystery. In Peru, archaeologists unearthed a male mummy bound tightly with rope and in a fetal position, his hands covering most of his face, giving an eerie impression as if he were hiding. Although we will never know exactly how he ended up this way, experts believe he may have met a shameful end, which could explain the face-covering gesture. This ancient mystery dates back more than 800 years, making this discovery even more unique. Number 5. The last meal in Alberta. Researchers discovered a young, fossilized tyrannosaur with a rare surprise. Its last meal perfectly preserved in its stomach. This Gorgosaurus, a smaller cousin of the T-Rex, died young between the ages of 5 and 7 and weighed approximately 738 pounds. What's incredible is what was in its stomach: 2 hind legs of small bird-like dinosaurs. This shows how young tyrannosaurs fed differently than adults. Number 6. The Curse of Pompeii. Frozen in time since 79 AD. 2 figures were found in Pompeii almost untouched by the centuries. Archaeologists unearthed these 2 individuals, preserved so perfectly that they were able to identify their ages and details of their clothing. Pompeii itself met its end when Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the city under a thick layer of ash in a matter of moments. These 2, like all the others, were caught in the catastrophic wave, forever sealed in a moment that vividly tells the story of their final moments, frozen in a time capsule of history. Number 7. Alien mummy. Some finds are fascinating, but this one, well, it's on another level. Researchers searching for fossils ended up stumbling upon a skeleton that looked anything but normal. Seriously, this thing had all the hallmarks of something otherworldly. Its elongated skull and bizarre posture were the kind of thing no known creature has. After seeing the footage, I'm convinced we're looking at real alien remains here. It's like something out of a science fiction movie, only this time it's right in front of us. Number 8. Mummified crocodile. Working on a 4-meter, 12-ton mummified crocodile is already enough to give us the creeps, but a mummified crocodile takes fear to a whole new level. In the hot sands near the Nile, archaeologists found mummified crocodiles, but not the kind you'd expect to find in ancient tombs. These weren't preserved by people. Nature did the work itself. Among the 10 relics, 5 were just skulls, while the others were complete, golden, dried bodies, standing eerily as if surveying their territory. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world in Australia, a shocking discovery emerged. A 95-million-year-old crocodile fossil called Konrasuchus saurus. Number 9. The largest dinosaur ever found. In 2012, researchers in Argentina discovered dinosaur remains that could change everything we know about the largest creatures to ever walk the earth. A team of paleontologists believes they may have discovered a titanosaur larger than Argentinosaurus, the largest known dinosaur. This discovery includes 24 massive vertebrae from the dinosaur, along with parts of its pelvis and chest girdle. These bones suggest a giant even larger than the 36.5-meter long Argentinosaurus, which weighed up to 100 tons. Number 10. Massive skull. Something like a human, but much larger and a little stranger. Next up is a cyclops. While digging to plant crops in the Midwest, some farm laborers stumbled upon something that left them speechless. Their shovel hit something hard, and upon digging further, they unearthed a massive skull with a strange hole in the middle of its forehead. It wasn't long before experts realized they had found the remains of a creature unlike anything known to man, possibly a cyclops, one of the giants said to have roamed the earth, measuring 9 feet tall and weighing 6 tons. Number 11. Petrified giant. Some people, while traveling on the roads of Iran, came across something incredible. In the nearby hills, a huge figure was seen with its eyes seemingly staring back at them. The travelers who witnessed it were convinced they had found a petrified giant. When they shared the video online, people began to guess. Some argued it was just a rock carving, but many others leaned toward the giant theory. After seeing it, I'm convinced too. So that means giants are real, right? Number 12. The truth about dinosaurs. What if dinosaurs weren't just a part of the distant past? In the 1980s, a group of explorers claimed to have found and even captured a dinosaur. Of course, they were ridiculed at the time, but years later, a shocking clip emerged showing the group standing next to a dinosaur that was very much alive and moving. Some believe this dinosaur was hidden in a secret cave, kept in darkness for so long that it could barely move when exposed to sunlight. There were even rumors that it might still be lurking in deep tunnels. Curious, huh? Well, the adventure is there if you want to find out. Number 13. Pets of the Pharaohs. It probably started out rather gently with pet mummies, because people who loved their pets wanted them to be with them in their afterlife. Have you ever thought about preserving your pets forever? Well, a farmer recently discovered some surprisingly mummified animals. I know you're probably wondering, why on earth would anyone mummify their beloved pets? Well, the ancient Egyptians did this. But why? Let me explain. It turns out that ancient Egypt wasn't the only place that valued pets. All over the world, people cherish their animal companions. But what sets Egypt apart is how they honored their pets after death. Mummified animals have been found in pet cemeteries and ritual sites, sometimes even buried with their owners. Number 14. Alien skull. Check out this strange skull that was found by a boy near the entrance of a cave in Peru. At first, people thought it was just a prank by a local craftsman, but there's something strange about it. The carvings on the skull seem to tell a story. Right in the center, above the eyebrows, there's a third eye, a symbol mentioned in Buddhist teachings. This could mean the skull is centuries old. But here's something even stranger. At the bottom, it looks almost petrified, as if it had turned to stone. Some locals even think it could belong to an ancient master race. Strange, isn't it? Number 15. Neanderthal remains. Archaeologists in Italy have discovered the remains of 9 Neanderthals at an excavation site near Rome, a discovery with a history dating back up to 100,000 years. Found in the prehistoric cave of Grotta Guattari, just steps from the Tyrrhenian Sea, these remains tell a fascinating story of early humans. 8 of these Neanderthals date back around 50,000 to 68,000 years, while one could be almost 100,000 years old. Along with two Neanderthals previously found at this site, Grotta Guattari has become one of the world's most important windows into Neanderthal history. Number 16. Preserved Goblin. Have you ever wondered if goblins are real? Well, get ready for this. Researchers found a corpse so gruesome, it looked like something out of a goblin story. When the video went public, people couldn't believe their eyes. Some were sure it was a goblin, while others thought it looked more like a werewolf. However, the debate continued, with no one agreeing on what it really was. Personally, I'm inclined to think it's a goblin corpse. What do you think it is? Number 17. Pit full of surprises. In the fall of 2011, archaeologists made a chilling discovery at the ancient palace of Avaris, Egypt. While digging near the throne room, they uncovered the remains of 16 hands. 16. These hands were buried in 4 separate pits, with 2 pits containing 1 hand each, and the other, 2 containing the remaining 14. And here's something even stranger. The hands were unusually large, and all the bones date back about 3,600 years, suggesting they were part of the same ceremony. Do you think these hands could have been trophies, possibly from a ritual where soldiers received gold for each enemy hand they claimed? But who did these hands belong to? Hyksos or Egyptians? So far, there are no answers. Number 18. Creepy Maze. We stopped burying corpses in 1780, and in 1785 we began transporting them. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies a hidden and eerie world, the catacombs. What were once quarries, these dark tunnels became home to millions of remains. In the 18th century, overcrowded cemeteries led to bones being moved underground, creating an eerie final resting place. As you venture through these winding paths, you'll be surrounded by walls made of meticulously arranged bones, forming eerie patterns that make the air feel heavier with history. It's a place that attracts adventurers and thrill seekers. Would you dare enter this chilling labyrinth? Leave your comments. Would you explore the catacombs? Number 19. Sardinian Giants. The farmer began digging around, removing the mud and extracting a gigantic stone head staring back at him. In 1974, while working in his field on Monte Prama, Sardinia, a farmer's plow struck something unexpected, something much harder than a rock. After digging, he unearthed a massive stone head with glowing black eyes staring back at him. This discovery sparked a full-scale excavation, and soon archaeologists uncovered more than 5,000 pieces of colossal statues. These statues, some 9 feet tall, depicted warriors, archers, and boxers, and became known as the Giants of Monte Prama. Number 20. Mystery of the Irish Vampire. Visually, it's quite striking, particularly the legs. The way they've twisted and bent around the stone is truly disturbing and also startling. In the summer of 2007, archaeologists excavating in Kiltisheen, Ireland, made a chilling discovery. 2 skeletons with large stones embedded in their jaws, along with a third body crushed by a rock around its legs. These were no ordinary burials. Unlike the others, these bodies appear to have been intentionally restrained, possibly to prevent them from rising. Experts believe the skeletons were treated as revenants, individuals feared to return and torment the living. Number 21. Mexican Discovery. In July 1944, Waldemar Julsrud, a 69-year-old German archaeologist, was riding his horse near Acambaro, Mexico, when something caught his eye. Half buried in the mud, he discovered a strange ceramic figurine sticking out of the ground. He returned for the next 7 years, unearthing an astonishing 33,000 figurines from shallow graves in the area. These figurines came in various shapes and sizes, including some that resembled dinosaurs and mythological creatures. This mysterious collection, known as the Chupiquaro figurines, is believed to be related to the ancient and enigmatic Chupiquaro culture, leaving researchers puzzled and searching for answers. Number 22. Book of the Dead. It's easy to see a variety of ways in which the Book of the Dead and Egyptian culture have influenced the Bible. Now prepare for an astonishing discovery. A remarkably well-preserved copy of the Book of the Dead has been unearthed in Egypt. This scroll stretches an incredible 42 feet and was found alongside ancient ornaments, amulets, and decorations from the New Kingdom era of the pharaohs. This isn't just any text. It holds important clues about ancient Egyptian beliefs about life after death. Experts say the discovery adds layers to our understanding, as each new translation changes what we know. Number 23. Gate of Hell. While digging deep into the earth, Chinese miners searching for diamonds and gold in Africa encountered something they never expected: blood-curdling howls. Fearing the worst, they immediately fled, leaving the site behind. But what caused those haunting sounds? Some say they could be the trapped voices of fallen angels. Others believe they could be restless spirits yearning to break free. With everyone quickly abandoning the area, the mystery remains unsolved. Honestly, I'm not sure I want to find out either. Some things are better left buried. Number 24. Whale Lake, and now comes a strange desert twist. At the dry Amaro mine site, where you'd only expect sand and rock, lies the unexpected Whale Lake. Just beneath its northern tip lies a treasure that's anything but ordinary. Drilling has shown a rich deposit known as the Whale's Tail, extending for 1.2 kilometers and reaching over 350 meters deep. A massive mineral vein hidden beneath a lake in the middle of the desert. This discovery not only makes the desert interesting, but makes Whale Lake one of the most incredible finds for miles around. Number 25. Woolly mammoth miners were digging near Eureka Creek when their loader struck something unusual, and it was a truly remarkable discovery. An almost perfectly mummified 30,000-year-old baby woolly mammoth found in the Klondike goldfields of Yukon, Canada. It was 4.5 feet long and had much of its hair and skin intact. Not only that, but this is the most complete mummified mammoth ever found in North America. Named after a large animal baby, the calf is believed to have been about a month old when it was preserved. Scientists claim the calf was female, just like the famous 42,000-year-old mammoth named Lyuba, found in Siberia. Number 26. 4,300-year-old mummy. In an exciting discovery near Cairo, archaeologists have unearthed what could be Egypt's oldest mummy, a stunning 4,300-year-old mummy named Heps, found at the bottom of a 49-foot shaft near the Step Pyramid at Saqqara. The team had been excavating an ancient cemetery dating back to around the 25th century BC when they opened a sarcophagus and found Heps inside, perfectly preserved and even wrapped in layers of gold. The excavation leader, a former minister of antiquities, said this could be the most complete mummy ever found in Egypt. And here's the kicker: this wasn't the only incredible find. Number 27. Discovery at the Giza El Muder site. Archaeologists just discovered something truly chilling, and honestly, it's left me perplexed too. While digging in the desert sands, they found this ancient snakeskin. But it wasn't just any skin. It was covered in ominous symbols that seemed to scream dark magic. The haunting markings, preserved for over 6,000 years, were etched along every inch, enough to haunt your dreams, I'm sure. Now tell me, what could possibly be the purpose of burying something like that? One thing's for sure, whatever the reason, it's probably not something you'd want to mess with. Number 28. Mummified cats. The priests are here, this time with millions of cats. Archaeologists in the Egyptian desert discovered a tomb filled not with treasure, but with something even creepier: a jumble of mummified cats, bones and dust swirling in the dry air. This place looked more like a storage room than a sacred burial ground. The priests used to sell these cat mummies as religious tokens, making money off people's fascination. But when temple space ran out, they stuffed these mummies into any tomb they could find. And here's something else weird. Some of these mummies were just empty wrappings. No bones, no cats. Was this a scam or just a cheap offering? Either way, it's clear that the secrets of the desert are only getting stranger. Number 29. Mummified puppy. In the Egyptian catacombs, archaeologists discovered not one, but millions of mummified remains, and guess what? These weren't just any animals, they were offerings to Anubis, the jackal-headed god of death. In this massive catacomb at Saqqara, nearly 8 million mummified dogs, jackals, and other animals were found. The site was a veritable canine cemetery, stretching for 568 feet, with narrow corridors filled with tiny mummies. While many of the remains have disappeared or were destroyed by tomb raiders, the scale of the burial site suggests these pups were bred for the god. A dog lover's dream or a ritual taken to the extreme. Number 30. Great discovery in China. Isn't it great to discover hidden treasure in the middle of the desert? That's exactly what happened in China's Muwus Desert, where researchers unearthed a nearly perfectly preserved Ming Dynasty fort. Located just 10 kilometers from the Great Wall, Jingbianba Fort dates back to the 1400s. What makes this find incredible is that the desert quickly buried it after its abandonment, keeping it intact for centuries. Measuring about 600 meters long and 300 meters wide, the fort's relics, such as painted clay figurines, incense burners, and weapons, tell us about how people lived in the past. Number 31. Egypt in America. Now, you won't believe what some archaeologists discovered in America. While exploring a cave in Utah, they came across a box that seemed strangely well preserved. Curious, they opened it, and guess what they found inside? An Egyptian mummy, and not just any mummy. This one was beautifully tied and ornately wrapped, leading researchers to believe it might belong to an Egyptian queen. But here's something even more surprising. How in the world did an Egyptian mummy end up in a cave in Utah? Did Egyptians ever live in America? That's a mystery worth investigating. Number 32. Frozen horse archaeologists in Pompeii thought they'd find more ancient pottery or ruins, but instead, they found a saddled horse frozen in the middle of a breakout, as if waiting for someone to shout, "Let's go!" And this wasn't just any horse. It was decked out in lavish military gear, likely ready to rescue someone important when Vesuvius decided to rain fire on everyone's plans. It's practically a prehistoric parking lot with 2 other horses found alongside it, all kitted out for an escape that never happened. It's like the ultimate ghost walk, but from ancient times, complete with bronze trappings and a heavy dose of sad timing. Number 33. Mummified dog Stucky meat. Stucky, a dog you can only find in the afterlife. His strange journey began in 1980 when loggers in Georgia were cutting down a chestnut oak tree and made a strange discovery. They found the mummified remains of a dog trapped 28 feet up in the tree. It was moved to a museum, but no one knew what really happened until 2021, when experts finally revealed the shocking truth. Stucky had been chasing a raccoon when he got stuck in the tree. The hollow trunk acted like a chimney, hiding his scent, and the oak's tannic acid preserved him, freezing him in time. Crazy, right? But wait until you hear the next story. Number 34. Roman swords. In an incredible discovery near the Dead Sea, archaeologists unearthed 4 Roman swords, each about 1,100 years old. Even after so many years, these swords are surprisingly well preserved, to the excitement of the Israel Antiquities Authority. Researchers believe these swords were taken by Jewish rebels during the Bar Kokhba revolt against the Roman Empire. After the failed rebellion, the Jews faced brutal persecution. And guess what? The swords were found completely by chance. The archaeologists had originally visited the cave to photograph an ancient Hebrew inscription, but when they stumbled upon the swords, they couldn't believe their luck. Finding 1 sword is rare, but 4 is a dream come true, they said. Number 35. Vampire skeletons. You might be surprised to learn that the idea of vampires isn't as new as we think, and that they could have existed. Yes, scientists in Bulgaria made a chilling discovery during excavations when they unearthed several 700-year-old graves. Inside these graves, they found rods sticking through the remains. According to folklore, only vampires were treated this way, as it was believed to prevent them from rising again. And it seems it worked, because these unusual burials are unlike any others, hinting at a past where such measures were taken seriously to prevent vampires from returning. Number 36. Roman-era statue, the Buddha, has been discovered in Egypt, suggesting that India had ties to Egypt. In a surprising discovery in Egypt, archaeologists found a statue of Buddha at the ancient seaport of Berenice, telling us about the trade connections between Egypt and India during the Roman era. A Polish-American team recently discovered a 28-inch statue of Buddha in an ancient temple in Berenice, Egypt, dating back to the Roman period. The statue shows Buddha with a halo around his head and a lotus flower next to him, although part of his right side is missing. This discovery highlights the importance of Berenice as a busy port where ships from India once brought spices, textiles, and ivory. It also shows the ancient trade connections between Egypt and India, telling us how important Egypt was as a center of trade in the ancient world. Number 37. Incredible Egyptian discovery. Archaeologists in Egypt have discovered 2 embalming workshops and 2 ancient tombs in the Saqqara necropolis, south of Cairo. This area, once part of the great Egyptian capital of Memphis, is known for its pyramids and sacred animal tombs. The workshops reveal how the Egyptians mummified both humans and sacred animals. Inside, researchers found stone beds, special channels for the mummification process, and clay vessels for storing organs. Even more astonishing, the tombs of 2 priests reveal how much ancient people loved impressive carvings and alabaster statues. Number 38. Alien fetus. In 2007, a small town in central Mexico was rocked by a mysterious discovery. A strange creature no larger than 19 inches was found caught in a bear trap. It was pale, with a long tail and large glowing eyes that seemed to pierce the darkness. Experts were baffled. No one could identify its DNA or figure out what species it belonged to. Some skeptics claimed it was a hoax, while others argued it could be evidence of extraterrestrial life. To this day, the creature's origin remains a mystery, leaving the world wondering if we are truly alone. It is a very strange specimen. It has human characteristics. Number 39. 2600-year-old discovery. In 2000, a remarkable discovery was made in Pakistan. A 2600-year-old mummy covered in gold ornaments was found in a house in Quetta. The mummy, wrapped in brown and gold wax cloth, appeared to be an Egyptian princess, although her identity remains uncertain. According to researchers, she was only 18 years old when she died. The writing on her coffin also leaves many unanswered questions. Her origins are unclear, and the most puzzling mystery is how she ended up in the home of a powerful tribal chief in the remote province of Baluchistan, bordering Afghanistan and Iran. Number 40. Siberian jackpot. Some gold miners in Siberia had a once-in-a-lifetime discovery in August 2024. In the Sakha Republic, Russia, excavators made a gruesome find that left them speechless. A mummified animal frozen in the ground. Upon closer inspection, they realized it was an ancient, woolly rhinoceros. Even more incredible, its horns and some soft tissue were still there, perfectly preserved. This rare find was a huge event for scientists, as it's not every day that you get the chance to study an Ice Age creature with so many details intact. Were you surprised by these fascinating and mysterious archaeological discoveries? Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more fascinating and exciting content. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.